In the opening scene of the movie, an unnamed highly skilled and trained female assassin enters a hallway. She kills numerous people with her gun and knives. She then enters a room where she sees the boss named Park and kills all the henchmen and the boss using her combat ability. However, as she tries to make her escape, she is surrounded by cops. She smiles a grim smile. The assassin is shown in a room in an unnamed facility. She is drugged and is given plastic surgery. While recuperating, she has a flashback showing an unnamed man with a mustache trying to resuscitate her after a breath-holding exercise. He is calling her Suk-hee. The facility turns out to be part of South Korea's intelligence agency and is run by a woman named Kwon-suk. Kwon-suk tells Suk-hee that to give her a new start, the agency has faked her death. Kwon-suk tells her they have given her a new identity and name, Choi Yun-soo. Yun-soo says she doesn't care and wants to die. Kwon-suk tells Yun-soo she is pregnant. Kwon-suk offers her a deal: train with her as an agent, work as an agent, and she will have freedom after 10 years of service. Yun-soo accepts and while in training, gives birth to a daughter, Eun-hae. Still at the facility, Yun-soo is having a procedure to remove a tattoo from her shoulder, and while this is happening, she has a flashback to the unnamed man with a mustache giving her the shoulder tattoo when she was 20-year-old Suk-hee. Another flashback occurs and we again see 20-year-old Suk-hee as a highly skilled and trained assassin trying to kill an unnamed man with yellow teeth. Suk-hee is captured and while beating her, the unnamed man with yellow teeth tells her he did not kill her father. Eventually, the unnamed man with a mustache arrives and shoots the unnamed man with yellow teeth and frees Suk-hee. The flashback continues and we see Suk-hee as an 8-year-old being trained to load a pistol by the unnamed man with a mustache. The unnamed man with a mustache tells the young Suk-hee to devote her life as an assassin to him. Kwon-suk gives Yun-soo a folder with the info for her first assignment. When she kills the target, she looks up to see a young girl on the stairs. This triggers a flashback to 7-year-old Suk-hee seeing her father killed. Suk-hee is hiding under a bed and doesn't get a look at the killer's face, she only hears him whistling an eerie tune. When a man comes back into the room, we are shown that this person is Jang Chun, the unnamed man with yellow teeth. Jang Chun was a friend of Suk-hee's father. Her father had stolen a diamond. Jang Chun sells Suk-hee to a prostitution ring. Suk-hee is about to be forcibly raped by a prostitution client when the unnamed man with a mustache arrives and rescues her. We learn his name is Lee Jung-sang. And we learn how it came about that Jung-sang trained Suk-hee to be this killing machine and why she is so devoted to him. Having completed her first assignment, Yun-soo is released from the facility and will continue to work for the agency from her own apartment that she shares with her daughter Eun-hae. Unknown to Yun-soo, Kwon-suk has placed a male agent in the apartment beside Yun-soo's apartment. His name is Young Yun-soo and he is to befriend Yun-soo and keep tabs on her. After a few meetings with each other, Yun-soo asks out Yun-soo. While noticing Young Yun-soo's tie, it reminds Yun-soo of a tie she gave to Jung-sang. It is revealed in flashbacks that Suk-hee and Jung-sang had gotten married. We learn in a flashback that the marriage was not the same for Jung-sang as it was for Suk-hee. We learn that Suk-hee says that she is willing to let go of her thirst for revenge if she can get married and live a normal life. Jung-sang sees that his trained assassin would no longer be of much use, so he sets up an act. He stages a wedding with her and pays people to attend the wedding, and while on their honeymoon, he fakes saving a gang member called Choi Chun-mo and stages his own death. When Suk-hee hears he is dead, she loses her mind and goes on a killing rampage and takes out the whole gang, who she thinks is behind Jung-sang's death. Jung-sang has eliminated his rivals and Jung-sang expects Suk-hee to be killed because of her rage and the sheer numbers of the gang. But they are no match. This is the opening scene of the movie. While on a mission together with Minju, a classmate from the facility, Yun-soo is caught stealing a phone, and in the ensuing fight, Minju is killed. The info from the phone has documents about Choi Chun-mo and the agency is worried that since Yun-soo knew him, she may be a double agent. Yun-soo comforts Yun-soo and this brings them closer together. Yun-soo continues to live at the apartment and the agency has figured out their next target for her. The agency wants to do an assassin from a wedding catering company, so decides to arrange a wedding between Yun-soo and Yun-soo. In a callback to the earlier story, the agency pays people to attend the wedding and Yun-soo in her wedding gown aims a rifle out a window at her target, who she sees through the rifle scope as Jung-sang. She can't kill him, shocked that he's still alive. Jung-sang backtracks on the location from which the shots come and identifies Yun-soo as Suk-hee from the wedding photos. He makes contact with Yun-soo to verify that it is actually her. He tapes a conversation with the agency and sends it to Yun-soo. The conversation reveals that Yun-soo is actually an undercover agent. She turns on the agency. The agency takes Yun-soo into custody. In the meanwhile, Jung Sang's gang gets to Yeonsu and Eun-hae. Yeonsu tries to tell Jung Sang, on the phone, that Eun-hae is, in fact, Jung Sang's daughter, hoping for all the killing to stop. Jung Sang doesn't care for the little girl and tells Yeonsu to kill the kid in exchange for his own life. Yeonsu tries to fight the gang but is knocked unconscious and left with the little girl and a bomb. Jung Sang stages a rescue of Yeonsu from the agency's custody. As she reaches her apartment, she watches as the bomb goes off and Yeonsu and her daughter both die. She thinks it's the work of the agency. She goes to confront Kwon Suk, but Kwon Suk has news for her. Yeonsu had found Jang Chun, the unnamed man with yellow teeth, and got to know everything. This interview was recorded on surveillance tape. Kwon Suk plays the tape for Yeonsu. Yeonsu is consumed with revenge. Yeonsu tracks down Jung Sang and his gang to a parking garage. She kills all the gang members in the garage and confronts Jung Sang. She says, "How could you do this to me?" He says, "I have that privilege. Because I made you." She replies, "Let me show you what you made me into." Lee Jung Sang escapes to the street and meets his remaining gang members and they speed off in a passenger bus. Yeonsu chases after them. She catches up to the bus, boards the bus, crashes the bus, and finally has an axe over Jung Sang's head. He puts his head down and starts whistling an eerie tune. She axes Jung Sang in the head before walking out of the wreckage with the police surrounding her and smiles a grim smile.